your side.
Imagine having identical twin sons born in different decades. It happened at Tampa General Hospital as 2009 turned into 2010. News Channel 8 reporter Dave Balut introduces us to twins with different birthdays in different years.
This is baby A.
Juan Velasco says he certainly did not plan it this way, but he now has two identical twin sons born in different decades. It happened during emergency surgery at Tampa General Hospital. His son Marcelo was the last baby born in 2009, and Stefano, born 2 seconds past midnight, is the first baby delivered at TGH in 2010.
We never think that, okay, we would like to be the first of the year or the last of the year. No, nothing about that, but I'm really happy.
Catherine Lynch, the USF doctor who delivered the premature babies at 30 weeks, says they'll stay in the neonatal intensive care unit about 8 weeks. She's glad they have different birthdays.
So that, they'll always be twins, but now they have their own, each have their own special day.
My first baby.
Unlike the Velasco family, Isa Marie Duran says she wanted to have the first full-term baby born at TGH in 2010. A midwife helped Duran deliver her baby, Zarina Vasquez, at 20 seconds past midnight as New Year's celebrations were on TV in the delivery room.
It was hard because I felt her coming, but we really wanted a New Year's baby, so I had to hold her in. But it worked.
For some reason, this was the busiest New Year's Eve at TGH's Women's Center in recent memory, with 5 babies delivered in the 3 hours before midnight and another 5 delivered in the 2 hours after midnight. In Tampa, Dave Balut.
For some families, the new year means a new member. 10 Connect reporter David Leonard introduces you to 2 families beginning the decade with fresh faces.
With a countdown on, the ball dropping.
Somebody counting down in the background, and I'm like, tell me when it's time.
Isa Marie Duran was stalling motherhood.
Everyone in the room is like, you gotta do it, come on, come on.
20 seconds after the new year, Zarina Vasquez was born, 6 pounds, 9 ounces.
We really wanted a New Year's baby, so I had to hold her in. But it worked.
Zarina was the first naturally delivered New Year's baby at Tampa General Hospital, but she wasn't alone.
We had 5 deliveries within 3 hours of midnight and 5 deliveries within 2 hours after midnight.
The staff of doctors and nurses had their hands full New Year's Eve.
To get ready to do the cesarean section, we looked at the clock and said, oh my God, it's almost midnight.
And as the clock nearly struck 12, doctors helped deliver a set of twins to Margarita and Juan Robles.
This one is Marcelo, the last year baby, and this is Stefano, is the first year.
The identical twins were born 10 weeks premature on both sides of a decade.
We never think that, okay, we would like to be the first of the year or the last of the year.
But Dad says there are benefits.
It will be good because they will have different parties.
Parties that may have to wait at least a couple of days so moms and babies alike recover from a long, happy New Year's. In Tampa, David Leonard, 10 Connects News.
Was it the blue moon? Doctors aren't sure, but it was babies last night at Tampa General Hospital Women's Center. As Fox 13's Warren Ellie reports, only seconds separated the first new babies of the new year and the new decade.
It's a New Year's Juan Velasco and wife Margarita Robles will never forget. Not only did they give Tampa Bay the last baby of 2009, 3-pound, 3-ounce Marcelo, but they also had the first baby of 2010, 2-pound, 4-ounce Stefano. Dr. Kathy Lynch, delivering the premature identical twins by emergency C-section, realized it was a minute before midnight.
And we immediately turned to Ms. Robles and her husband and said, do you want the babies to have different birthdays? Do you want them to split midnight? And we got absolutely.
It will be good because they will have different parties, birthday parties,
15 seconds after the second twin's birth, Zarina Valentina Vasquez came into the new year and the new decade. Her mom had been holding on for midnight.
It was hard because I felt her coming, but we really wanted a New Year's baby, so I had to hold her in. But it worked.
I said, how badly do you want to be the New Year's baby? And she goes, very badly.
Because I didn't want her to be born in 09. I really didn't. I wanted to start the year off good. And it happened.
So while you were watching the Times Square ball drop, the race was on at Tampa General to deliver the region's first New Year's baby.
It's become somewhat of an addiction.
Dr. Lynch says she's always volunteered for New Year's baby delivery duty.
We've never really been, big people to go out into the New Year's Eve mess, and it just seemed like a much better way to bring in the New Year than to try and see if we couldn't bring in the first baby of the New Year. And
This New Year's, though, was extraordinary, Lynch said. 15 deliveries and 2 very proud new fathers. 2010's first in the Bay Area dads.
Happy New Year. Thank you.
Ron Elliott, Fox 13 News.
Yeah, that would have been a very exciting place, like you said, to be there last night, to watch all the
Better than all
excitement.
the fireworks.
Oh,
Fireworks happened a while back.
the most beautiful thing ever, right there.
Congratulations
That's
to all of them.
Tampa General's Hospital's Women's Center was hopping last night as revelers toasted the new year all over town. They had 13 deliveries within a 5-hour stretch. As our Carson Chambers shows us, 2 couples are celebrating New Year's babies.
Maybe it was the blue moon, or the fact that it was New Year's Eve, or perhaps it was the storms that rolled into Tampa Bay.
there was definitely something in the weather last night.
But today, 2 Tampa families are enjoying their new arrivals. A set of twin boys for one couple, a little girl for these parents. 3 rare New Year's babies at Tampa General Hospital, where 32-year-old Juan Velasco admits he was nervous waiting for his wife Margarita to deliver by C-section 10 weeks ahead of time.
It's a mix of feelings because, anyways, it was a high risk pregnant, and always was the risk on the babies.
Velasco's first identical twin boy, Marcelo, was born just before midnight. But 6 rooms down the hallway, another mom, 20-year-old Isa Marie Duran, was in labor too.
It was hard because I felt her coming, but we really wanted a New Year's baby, so I had to hold her in. But it worked.
Her beautiful little girl, Zarina Valentina Vasquez, arrived just as the ball dropped. Just as her parents had hoped, they wanted 2010 on her birth certificate instead of a year marked with such strife for so many.
I live with my mother, and we're struggling, and she's going through her deals right now, surgery and everything. And being just us 2 in the house is very hard, money-wise, because of the economy.
And while Duran held her first child for the first time, back down the hallway, just seconds later, twin number 2 was on his way.
I turned to Mrs. Robles and her husband, and I said, do you want them to have the same birthday, or do you want to have a different birthday?
When it was all over, Marcelo's twin Stefano came into the world, doctors say, just as the countdown ran out, and Old Lang Syne drifted across Times Square.
It will be good because they will have different parties, birthday parties,
At Tampa General Hospital, I'm Carson Chambers. Happy New Year, ABC Action News.
They'll get the tax write-off for 09 if they're born this year, though. Well, the twins, Marcelo and Stefano, are still in intensive care because they came early, but doctors estimate it'll be just about 8 weeks, and then they'll be able to go home. Their mother, Margarita, is recovering well.
While many of us were either celebrating New Year's Day or sleeping through it, one woman spent her night at Tampa General Hospital. And not only did she have the last baby of 2009, she had the first one of 2010. Vegas Runs and Gina Adamian has more on their amazing story.
After a hectic night, Juan Velasco sits in Tampa General Hospital, a proud father of twin boys.
They will have different parties, birthday parties, So
Velasco was all smiles this morning, but overnight things were hectic. Doctors performed an emergency C-section on his wife to save the babies.
We didn't even think that it would be anywhere near midnight. And, suddenly we realized by the time that the anesthesia was set up, and we were starting to get ready to do the cesarean section, we looked at the clock and said, oh my God, it's almost midnight.
10 weeks early, Dr. Lynch delivered Marcelo in the last few seconds of 2009. Seconds later, in 2010, baby Stefano came into the world.
Just as we pulled the feet out and the arms out, and then the head came, and we were right at a couple seconds right after midnight.
Their father says while having twin boys born in 2 different years is neat, it was never his intention.
We never think that, okay, we would like to be the first of the year or the last of the year.
That wasn't the case for the first natural-born baby of 2010. Baby Zarina's parents say they went out of their way to make sure she was a New Year's baby.
We were watching that clock.
Tough year. I just didn't want her to be born this year, start off fresh.
And the midwife timed out their birth 20 seconds into the new year.
I have somebody counting down in the background. I'm like, tell me when it's time. And they did, and I said, now. And she did it. And just boom, out comes this baby. Absolutely beautifully.
3 babies born seconds from each other, all with a lifetime of stories ahead, starting with the day of their birth.
This is going to be a good year.
In Tampa and